I watched the actor and my girlfriend Liu Rui kissing passionately in front of me for 2.5 hours, but I didn't mind at all because the next second I held flowers in my hands and successfully proposed to Qin Xiaoyu, the cold school beauty in the eyes of all the boys in the school. Who knew that the school beauty was the daughter of the richest man in Fengcheng, and she was still protecting her son? Not long after, Liu Rui went bankrupt and cried to apologize to me and asked for reconciliation. She looked at the school beauty's charm and laughed late. In the luxurious box, everyone was making a noise. Yuan was hugged by the actor Makoto Ito's slender waist. Her soft long hair fell on the actor's chest. She raised her beautiful face, but her eyes only looked at me. Makoto Ito took the opportunity to kiss Liu Yuan's lips and said, "Don't make a noise. Yuan will be shy." Liu Yuan looked up and whispered something in his ear because of Makoto Ito's words. The atmosphere was ambiguous and seductive. Everyone cheered and shouted, "A talented man and a beautiful woman made in heaven." Liu Yuan is also the daughter of a wealthy family in Fengsheng. I have seen too many men who want to get close to her. As long as they suit her taste, she will not refuse anyone. But Ito Makoto is the first one to be brought to a class reunion openly. He knows his specialness in Liu Yuan's heart. Such specialness must be incomparable to me, Liu Yuan's nominal boyfriend. Everyone present knew the relationship between Liu Yuan and me, but everyone went along with the Liu Yuan. It was not the first time or twice that he loved to play. His friend once comforted me, Dajibo, Liu Yuan is just like this. You should be more tolerant. He always loves you the most. In the box full of laughter, only Ziki was angry beside me. He pushed aside the anger of everyone and asked Liu Yuan, where do you put Jibo like this? What do you think of him? The box was quiet in an instant, and the people who were watching the show focused their eyes on me. Yuan said nonchalantly, Dai Bo, you are here too? Sorry, there were too many people and I didn't see you. Everyone knows the relationship between Dai Bo and me. We are just unfamiliar marriage partners. His words made everyone present laugh out loud, and many people whispered, "That's right, how could Liu? Are you Yuan still like Dai Bo? Both families are like this, but he is also capable. After all, there are not many men who can endure this." That's right. I don't know how many playmates Liu Yuan has changed. Have you ever seen him hum a word? Yaiki was so angry. Liu Yuan, don't forget. It was you who chased Jibo in the beginning, and it was you who said he was your ideal in the world. Liu Yuan looked at me playfully, really. I said that, but I didn't say this to only. Everyone laughed again. The soreness in my heart gradually disappeared, and Liu Yuan's face became more and more blurred. It turns out that the process from loving someone to not loving is so long, and it rubs salt into my wounds again and again. Yuan, you don't know, I will be tired too. Everyone has an ideal in the world. Yuan 18 said that her ideal in life is. I first met her at a party when I was 10 years old. My dad opened the company in Fing City. Her dad and my dad have been good brothers for many years. The whole family came to welcome us. At that time, little Yuan was beautiful and flamboyant. She broke several of my model toys, and I was so angry. He saw that I was really angry and was a little at a loss. He stretched out his hand and poked my face. "Hey, you look uglier when you are angry." I didn't talk to him for a week because of this. Yuan saw that I ignored him, and she kept looking for me for half a month and bought a bunch of robots to coax me. On the way home from school, I was pushed by the fat boy next door and broke my leg. Yuan took a stone to hit the fat boy, and he pressed the fat boy under him angrily. I tell you, only I can bully the Bo. Try to touch him again. At that time, Yuan, with her slender body facing away from me, would glow. He turned his head and frowned. Dajibo, be my little follower. I will protect you in the future. Later, he was afraid that I would be bullied again, so he made a fuss and asked Uncle Yu to transfer him to my school. For convenience, he simply lived in my house. Those days were very fulfilling. Whenever I saw him and my father chatting on the sofa, making my father laugh, I felt happy. It was great that the person I loved also liked the person I liked. But now I think about it, it is out of reach. In high school, the tomboy Yuan had long black hair. She was already thin, and when she was cheering for the basketball court, she always attracted the attention of many boys. And Liu Rui and would refuse all the gifts and water, and tell everyone, I only drink the water bought by Dodge Ebo. A group of people whistled and cheered. I put on earplugs, sat aside and looked at the test paper in my hand and continued to think. At that time, I was busy dealing with various exams and didn't care about Yuan's thoughts at all. Yuan is very smart. She's the kind of person who can get high scores even if she doesn't study hard in class, and I have to work hard to catch up with her. She often laughs at me for being stupid and tells me not to work hard. It's enough to have one smart person in the family. She refused Uncle Yu's request to arrange for her to go abroad and was scolded. She was crying with tears on her face, but she still smiled at me foolishly. After the college entrance examination, his score was much better than mine, and he was forced to apply for the same university as me. I asked him why. Liu, are you why? And smiled and looked at me with stars in her eyes, and came closer, Dodgy Bo. Yes, there is a prize for guessing correctly. I shook my head and said I couldn't guess. Why? And kept chasing after me inside. I am still stupid. After graduation, the class organized a 3-day and 2-night outing. I promised Yuan's mother to take good care of her. Yuan was very happy and stayed with me all the time. At midnight snack time, the classmates all drank some wine, but Yuan didn't drink a drop of wine throughout the whole process. In the end, she helped me back to the homestay when I was drunk. When we got there, I mumbled to him to go back because I was going to take a shower. Yuan didn't respond. I stood up and pushed him out. At this time, I was already a head taller than him, uneasily grabbed his wrist. Yuan and suddenly closed the door and stood straight in front of me. I lowered my head to look at him, and he suddenly stood on tiptoe and kissed me. I was half sober. Yuan raised her lips and kissed me on the cheek again. I took his hand away. Yuan, what are you doing as a girl? This time, Yuan blocked my lips with nothing. With a shallow touch, I could feel her rapid and hot breathing, and her whole body became stiff unconsciously. I smiled. Is the arrogant Yuan also afraid? Sometimes, before I could say anything, Yuan rushed out of the door. This girl is really shy. That night she posted a circle of friends. I met the ideal in the world. Everyone thought she met someone she liked, but only I knew that this touch was not the touch of meat, but the touch of touch. On the 3rd day of the first day of the freshman year, I was confessed to by a senior in the playground. Yuan smiled and told the senior, it's not good for her to confess to someone else's boyfriend, right? Then she took me away from the scene immediately, angrily pushed me down on the bench for rest, leaned over and kissed me, asked me why I wanted to be alone with the senior, and told me to be with him, with the momentum that he would not stop until I agreed. IQ later joked that he saw Yuan kissing me when he passed by, but his face was red. Then we were together secretly, and Yuan sighed and said, it's not like he can't see people. I didn't know how to tell him. Although my father liked Yuan very much, he said, what he wants is a daughter like Yuan, not a daughter-in-law. Let me keep a distance from Yuan. I didn't understand the difference at that time. In the 2nd year of our relationship, Yuan's father committed suicide because he caught his mother cheating and was preparing to transfer company assets. I accompanied Yuan, who was crying until she lost her voice. He hugged me tightly and said, Uncle Daj, I only have you, don't leave me. I felt heartbroken and uncomfortable, holding her face and responded to Yuan, unless you don't want me, I will never leave you. Unfortunately, we didn't expect the person her mother cheated with was actually my father. After my mother found out, she decisively divorced my father and chose to go abroad. Yuan and I made a scene at my father and his mother's wedding. After being driven out by the security guards, she looked at me with red eyes. Uncle Daj, I will definitely make them pay the price. At that time, I didn't know that Yuan would also count me as a price. But later, Liu Ruyan's figure was basically not seen in school. He plunged into Liu's. It took Liu's for years to become a wealthy family of Fangs. No one knew what she had experienced, and my father was squeezed everywhere, and DA's was already in danger. But Yuan didn't think so. Although she didn't break up with me, her temperament changed drastically. All the men who came to her door, as long as they were useful, were not rejected. I know that in order to make these grow, she paid a lot, including herself. I blamed myself for being incompetent. In order to prevent her from torturing herself, I had thought about breaking up, but she was Liu Ruyan, though Liu Ruyan who once regarded me as more important than herself, though Liu Ruyan who was willing to give up inheriting the Liu family and stay in the country with me. We have been together for so long. I thought I knew him better than anyone else. As long as I had enough patience, he would definitely come back, but I was wrong. I don't know if it's because he has been in contact with me too much from the beginning of acting to acting out of a fake play with others, to not caring about me so naturally, and I can only remain silent and powerless. I also thought about breaking up, just hoping that he would let me go. If I can only bring him pain, it's better to leave. I made up my mind to have a good talk with him. As soon as I entered the house that night, I saw clothes scattered all over the floor. Ruyan hugged the chairman's son and slept on the wedding bed we chose together. I proposed to break up, and he threatened me with my newly opened company. He said, Uncle Daj, no one dares to marry you except me. If you dare to marry someone else, I will let your company in Daj. I be buried with you. I was silent. Zerkai opened this company together. He sold his house and invested all his wealth. It took a lot of effort to achieve the current results. Although it can't be compared with views, it is also a little famous. Besides, torturing me now is also one of Liu Ruyan's pleasures. For a while, he took a lot of medicine, and then he started to torture me, so he stopped taking the medicine. Then he appeared in the entertainment news with different men unscrupulously, kissing a top star in public on the street, appearing in a hotel with a CEO, hugging a little puppy in the car. All the photos were in front of him, and he just said lightly, "It's all misunderstandings." I have a feeling Liu Ruyan did it on purpose. He hated my father, hated him for taking his mother away and forcing his father to death, hated our family to move to Feng City, hated him for living in my house for me, and created countless opportunities for them. Not only my father, but I, as his only son, must bear this evil consequence. Coming back to his senses, looking at the people in the luxurious box, seeing that I didn't say anything, Liu Ruyan said lazily, Dodgy Bo, you won't mind, right? He said this to the medium many times. Dodgy Bo is very generous and won't mind. After he finished speaking, he put his lips on Ito Makoto's neck and bit it gently, and then looked at me without changing his expression. Yiki cursed, how shameless. I grabbed him, shook my head, and looked into Liu Ruyan's eyes again. As he wished, I smiled. It's okay. Yu defended himself, and Liu Ruyan curled her red lips. See, I knew the AJ I was not so generous, and she would definitely say it's okay. The rich young man on the side started to make a noise. If I had a Fiang Qi like Liu, it wouldn't matter to me. She's rich and pretty, but we're all adults just playing around. It's no big deal. Liu knows Liu kisses me. Liu Ruyan hooked Ito Makoto's neck and gave him a deep kiss, and Ito Makoto responded enthusiastically. Amid cheers after cheers, I backed out a little bit. My back suddenly hit something, and I lost my eyes in pain. A pleasant voice rang out, "Are you okay?" I looked down and saw the person in front of me holding a tray. He was tall, with a palm-sized face, clear almond eyes, very white skin, and the hair falling on his cheeks added a little bit of seductive charm. She looked at me without any emotion. Although she was wearing the clothes of a waiter, she was a little arrogant in her coldness. I shook my head and he frowned. "Are you crying?" I suddenly laughed again. "Miss, I will give you 100,000 a month and get a certificate with me." Jackie hurried over to hold me. "Uncle DAJ, are you crazy? No matter what, you can't give up on yourself just because of Liu Ruyan and marry a strange woman casually. At present, Liu Ruyan will not let me go. I want to leave him." This is the only way. The beautiful woman opposite did not speak. His eyes seemed to confirm whether I was a fool. I know you are short of money. Fake marriage for a period of 1 year. As compensation, I will give you a house. He hesitated for a moment, raised his lips with a shallow dimple on his cheek. Very beautiful. He suddenly leaned closer and said in a soft voice, "It's a fake marriage, so you don't have to fulfill your husband and wife obligations, right?" I was shocked by his word. Before I could reply, I heard you, are you Ryan's mocking voice. "DAJ, I bow. What? You want to cancel your engagement and be with this waiter?" I took the beautiful woman's hand and looked at Liu Run, not together, but get married. As soon as I finished speaking, everyone took a breath and started discussing. Is DAJ Ibo crazy? He wants to marry a waitress. He has endured it for so many years. He probably can't stand it anymore and wants to take revenge on Liu Run. Liu Run doesn't care about him at all. If he endures it a little longer, he may be able to get through it one day. Who are you? Ryan suddenly laughed. DJ Bo, you said you want to marry him? Okay, when? I'll come to the wedding. We'll get the certificate tomorrow. Mr. Liu will give a gift. Just remember to transfer the money. After that, I took the beautiful woman's hand and left, and the evil spirit followed. Everyone in the box whispered, DAJ Bo is probably just angry. How could he really marry a stranger, a waiter? Yes, he's crazy. Liu Ryan's face gradually became ugly. He picked up the wine and threw it on the ground. He yelled, and everyone left the box quickly. Ito Makoto hugged Liu Ryan carefully. Ryan, don't be angry. DAJ Bo is probably joking. How could he give up on you? No one will not love you. Liu Ryan took a deep breath and looked at Ito Makoto. You are right. DAJ Bo will never marry him. He just wants to find a way out for himself. Let him make trouble. After resting and going home, I asked the beauty, and he said his name was Qin Zhaoyu. He didn't know, but this was actually the third time I met him. The first time was in high school, the second time was in college, and the third time was tonight, but he probably met me for the first time. The next day, I took Kai Xiaoyu to get the marriage certificate. When I posted it on WeChat Moments, I put a photo of us on the balcony this morning. The pajamas he was wearing were the ones I bought for Liu Ryan before, but he thought they were ugly and never wore them. When Liu Ryan received the call from her assistant, she was kissing Ito Makoto passionately, and he answered the call impatiently. Assistant Lee said in panic, "Mr. You, Dajibo, really married that waiter." Liu Ryan was stunned and said confidently, "Impossible, I know Don confidently. Impossible, he would never dare to marry someone else. It's true, they got the certificate this morning. Dajibo just posted on WeChat Moments. And looking at the photos, a waiter stayed overnight at Dajibo's house last night." Liu Ryan was stunned for a moment, her hands trembling slightly, and after taking a deep breath, she slowly said, "For me, don't check it now. Is Dajigo acting for me?" Assistant Lee said cautiously. "We have confirmed with the Civil Affairs Bureau." "Impossible. Because you said at the banquet last night that Dajibo would go to have a drink after getting married. The bodyguards didn't take it seriously when they saw Dajibo getting the certificate." Ryan was so angry that she smashed the phone. Ultramagato hugged her from behind. Ryan, don't be angry. Dajibo is just throwing a tantrum, and she might come back in a few days. Liu Ryan looked at Ito Makoto with a sullen face and roared, "Get out of here, Ryan! Get out!" Liu Ryan smashed things in the room, and Ching Chum fled in fear. After venting his anger, he looked at the photo of Dajibo on the bedside table. The photo was taken when he was enrolled in college. He was wearing a white shirt, tall and thin, and he looked very good when he smiled. "Dajibo, do you think I will let you go just like this? You are dreaming. You are mine. After Kai Xiao, you and I got married. I took her to buy a diamond ring." The shopping guide looked at us and praised our good looks. "Sergeant Madam, this is a custom-made model in our store. There is only one pair in the world, symbolizing a lifetime of love. This model is very consistent with your size, just like it was tailor-made." I looked at the ring and asked King Xiaoyu, "Do you like it?" King Xiaoyu smiled. It's okay, don't spend too much. I looked at the ring on my hand and remembered that I had come here with you or you YN before. At that time, he liked this model, but the size was too small and he couldn't wear it, so he ordered a new one. Some things seem to be destined. Okay, this one, I said and handed over the card. King Xiaoyu came over. Dajibo, how much is this ring? 300,000. 300,000. Qin Xiaoyu was quite surprised. It's so expensive. How many plates do I have to carry? Don't worry, after you marry me, you don't have to serve dishes anymore. If you want to go out to work, you can, or go to study and open a shop. I will accompany you. Qin Xiaoyu smiled. Dajibo, this is a transaction we met by chance. Are you too good to me? No, my wife deserves the best in the world. The shopping guide handed over the card, and I helped Qin Xiaoyu put the ring on again. She grabbed my hand and put it together and took a picture. It seems that we are really a good match. At this time, I saw Gaomi IQI walked in, and she looked at me in surprise. Gaomi IQI is Liu Ruyuyan's lackey, and she has ridiculed me more than once about Liu Ruyuyan's affairs. Hey, isn't this Dajibo? What? Liu Ruyuyan doesn't want you anymore, and you end up marrying a waiter? I protected Qin Xiaoyu behind me, looked at Gaomi IQI, and said coldly, It's not your turn to care about my business. If you have this time, you might as well flatter Liu or Yuan. He might even give Gao's family a few projects. Uncle Daji, who the hell are you scolding? What do you have to be proud of? Isn't it just a stray dog that can't bark? He endured humiliation for so long, but was finally abandoned by Liu or Yuan, had to turn around and marry a waitress. I frowned, and King Zhao walked out from behind. The mineral water in his hand poured on Gaomi IQI's head. Everyone in the audience was shocked. Gaomi IQI's bodyguards came forward. I grabbed King Xiaoyu and punched each of the bodyguards. Gaomi IQI screamed, Uncle DAJ, you wait for me, I sneered. Gaomi IQI, you are just a lackey of Liu or Yuan from the Gao family, and you dare show off your power by relying on the wind. You found the wrong person. Today I am teaching you a lesson. Next time you scold my wife, the Gao family's projects will not be so smooth. I have been in the industry for so long. Although I am not as good as Liu or Yuan, I am more than enough to kill the Gao family. Maybe I have been patient with Liu or Yuan for too long, and she really thinks I have no temper. When Gao Miaqi heard me say that she didn't dare to say anything, even though she was so angry, I took Qin Xiaoyu away. After coming out, Qin Xiaoyu saw me staring at her and said, What? Do you think I'm too fierce? No, it's already easy for Gao Miaqi to deal with her. I just can't stand her face. I nodded. I have heard all kinds of nasty words over the years. It doesn't matter if it's said to me, but I can't tolerate Qin Xiaoyu being bullied. She got the certificate to help me. If she is still wronged, it's unacceptable. Qin Xiaoyu stared at my face, wanting to say something but stopping. I touched my cheek. What's the matter? Uncle DAJ, I know everything about you or Yuan. You may not know me, but I have met you two in high school. I was a little surprised. Really? Yes. Kensho Wo's strange memory of high school is that he was a classmate in the next class who liked to be alone and seemed to care about nothing. I didn't expect that he would notice you or Yuan and me. I was concentrating on studying at that time. Who knew that the whole class was gossiping about you and you or Yuan, which was so noisy. Later, I listened to it and found your gossip quite interesting. I laughed out loud. The feeling is similar. At that time, all kinds of rumors and gossips also annoyed me. The difference is that I only have troubles and don't find it interesting. Tinjaguo's expression suddenly became serious. Daojibo, to be honest, it's a pity for you two. Because of Tinjaguo's words, my eyes began to swell again, and I turned my head, pretending to be casual. There's nothing to regret. Life is a superposition of different choices, one after another. Yuan has made her own choice, and it's time for me to make my choice. After I finished speaking, I handed a bunch of keys to Qin Xiaoyu. This is the house I gave you. It's next to my house and it's paid in full. The living expenses have been deposited into your card for 1 year at a time. You can tell me anything else. Enough, I can't thank you enough. But Uncle DAJI, can you accompany me to the amusement park? I have never been to an amusement park. Can you accompany me tomorrow? Okay. After returning home, Qin Xiaoyu began to unpack some small things he bought today and put them in his room. I live in a large flat and 2 rooms were retained after decoration. Qin Xiaoyu lives in the room next to mine, and it was not long before he dressed her up in painting tender. I leaned against the door and looked at him. Qin Xiaoyu, do you have any other relatives? Do you need me to meet them? Qin Xiaoyu, who was posing a cute model, stopped. No, no, one person's fullness feeds the whole family. I nodded and went back to the room. I received a call from Assistant Huang of the company saying that Liu Ruyan was competing with my company for a piece of land. It doesn't matter, give it to him. I am President Duh. This piece of land is vital to the company. If we give it to Liu Ruyan, all the subsequent plans will be disrupted. Ruyan is determined to get this piece of land, and we don't have enough funds to play with her. I remember that last month Lee's debts were almost forced into bankruptcy while Ruyan. You go and negotiate the acquisition. Basta, do you mean to openly go against Ruyan? There's no right or wrong. Business is business. Keep a low profile on this matter and don't tell other people in the company for now. But this boss may not think highly of our company. I admit, boss, he is a sentimental man. He has worked hard for so many years. I don't think he wants to go bankrupt. Go ahead and negotiate. Okay, Assistant Wang. After hanging up the phone, I heard Qin Xiaoyu knocking on the door. Uncle DAJI ordered barbecue. Do you want to eat with me? I don't want to eat. But I'm a little scared of horror movies. Can you accompany me? I was sitting in the living room and finally got to know what not good at cooking but loves to watch meant. Qin Xiaoyu was wearing a suspender nightgown, sitting on the carpet eating barbecue, watching a horror movie with her eyes half closed, and was so scared that she leaned against me. Her soft hands pressed under me, and I quickly grabbed her. After Qin Xiaoyu reacted, her face turned red. I'm sorry, I'm just scared. I laughed. Luckily, I've met you before. Otherwise, I would really think you were interested in me. TFK. Qin Xiaoyu moved to the side a little. I just made a list of a lot of things to accomplish, and this is the third one. A lot of things you want to do? Qin Xiaoyu, yes, time is limited. I have to hurry. Coming closer, Qin Xiaoyu stretched out his hand. Hold me, I'll watch it with you. Qin Xiaoyu hesitated for a moment, and the scary music on TV sounded, and he quickly hugged my hands. My phone ding-dong at this time, and I lowered my head to see the text message from Liu Ruyan. Uncle DAJI, have you had enough of making trouble? If you have made enough trouble, I will give you the... Don't use that woman to make me angry. My patience is limited. Come to the villa now. I'll wait for you. I ignored it. After a while, Liu Ruyan sent another message. There is no one else, Uncle DAJI. This is my last chance for you. I thought about it carefully. Liu Ruyan has been with me for so long, but she still doesn't understand me. I can accompany you when you are vulnerable and let you make trouble, but if you succeed and become famous, then since I choose to leave, I will not look back. I put down my phone and saw Qin Xiaoyu fell asleep leaning on my arm. I turned off the phone and carried Qin Xiaoyu into your room sideways. Just after covering the quilt, I found that he was pulling my pajamas. Qin Xiaoyu, I want to go back to the room. Qin Xiaoyu suddenly opened his eyes and looked at me pitifully. Uncle DAJI, I watched a movie and I was a little scared. Can you accompany me? I looked back at the room. Then can I sleep by the bay window? No, it's too far. You sleep here. Qin Xiaoyu said as he moved to the side. Don't worry, I won't take advantage of you. I was amused by Qin Jiwo's words and laughed. I'm a grown man. I'm not afraid of being taken advantage of by you no matter what. After that, I lay down. Qin Xiaoyu turned around, his back close to me, his whole body stiff. Qin Xiaoyu, are you so scared? Yeah. Qin Xiaoyu hummed softly. My phone rang suddenly, which was particularly harsh in the dark night. Qin Xiaoyu screamed, threw herself into my arms, and hugged me tightly. Her body was soft with a faint fragrance, which was very different from the perfume sprayed by Liu Ruyan. Sorry, I forgot to turn off the phone. I picked up the phone and saw that it was Liu or Y Ann. Thinking of making it clear at once, I answered it. Liu are you? Yan's angry voice came. Uncle Daj, do you really want to do this? Liu are you? Yan, we have made it very clear at the banquet. Who you are with has nothing to do with me, and it is none of your business who I marry. Uncle Daj, I was just acting, okay? I apologize to you for what happened that day. NIS Hang City is quite famous, and I can't offend him in public, so what about my face? Will you Ann in your eyes? Can I swallow the ridicule? Will you Ann was stunned and said, what nonsense are you talking about? You are my fiancé and everyone knows that I will only marry you. I suddenly felt speechless. You Ann's current values are a world away from mine. You Ann, I'm already married. Qin Shao, you lay on my chest and listen to our conversation quietly. I moved slightly, and Qin Zhao Yu groaned. Yan's voice rose a few degrees. Fight a few waves. Are you taking revenge on me? You let that woman sleep in our bed, and you touched her. I laughed. She is my wife, and we don't call her that woman. Tai Xiao, you and I are already husband and wife. No matter what we do, you don't need to care. We are legal and reasonable. Uncle Daj, we haven't broken up yet. We can't do this. Liu Yan's voice seemed to have lost its support. Okay, then I'll add one sentence. Let's break up, and we will have no connection from now on, and we will never see each other again. Liu Yan said anxiously. Uncle Daj, you will definitely regret it. Before he finished speaking, I hung up the phone. Qin Xiaoyu asked me, did he get into trouble? No, it has nothing to do with you. Go to bed early. Qin Xiaoyu nodded slightly and naturally hugged me to sleep. He slept soundly, but I couldn't sleep all night. I relied on my willpower to support me for fear that I would do something I shouldn't do in a daze. The next day, Qin Xiaoyu dragged me to the amusement park with two dark circles under my eyes. As soon as we entered the door, Qin Xiaoyu bought a couple outfits. He took pictures happily everywhere along the way, and he didn't look cold at all in my impression. I couldn't help but feel that Qin Xiaoyu was quite pitiful. When Qin Xiaoyu was in high school, there were rumors that he was an orphan without a father or mother. He came from the countryside and lived alone in the home of a distant relative. It seems that this may be true. I accompanied him. Qin Xiaoyu played a lot of games, and it was almost dark, so he was reluctant to go back with me. When he finally went back, he said his legs were weak, so I asked him to get on and I would carry him. Qin Xiaoyu was very light, which reminded me of Liu Yan before, except that Liu Yan liked to cling to me and carry him on her back. He especially liked to let me carry him when I was on the phone or doing other things, and then he would kiss me happily. I lowered my eyes. I didn't expect that these long-lost memories would gradually blur in mine one day, as if I couldn't remember his face at that time anymore. Uncle Daj, I think you are very good. How could Liu Yan not know how to cherish you? I smiled helplessly. That's right. Do you think the movie Emperor or the Rich President is not better than me? Who said that? I don't like those vases and scumbags. Do you know them? I asked, puzzled. No, I just saw a lot of these people when I was a waiter. I shook my head. Qin Xiaoyu was still too naive. Yan had seen a better world, so for him, I was no longer important. I put Qin Xiaoyu down in front of the car and got in. Uncle Daj, thank you for accompanying me. You are the first person to accompany me to do these things. When I have money, I will definitely repay you. I think Qin Xiaoyu looks very cute, so I teased him. Okay, then I'll wait for you. We both laughed as we talked. I was about to start the car when there was a sudden violent collision. I subconsciously protected Qin Xiaoyu. I turned my head and heard the sound of the accelerator, and then I saw Yan sitting in the car. The front of his car had been crashed, and his eyes were cold, staring straight at me. I asked Qin Xiaoyu to get out of the car with me, checked his injuries first, and then walked towards Liu Yan. Liu Yan. The president of Leo Group, are you so irresponsible for your own life? Liu Yan got out of the car and looked at me word by word. Bodhi Aj, I said you can't marry someone else. Then he threw me a document, which was the contract for the acquisition of the land and the financial status of my company. I laughed. Liu, are you YN? I don't care about what you gave me. I am a human being, not your toy. Liu, are you YN's eyes suddenly turned red and she walked towards me. Dajibo, I'm hurt. His voice was very low, no longer the aggressive attitude before. This change caught me off guard. Daji, though, please don't ignore me, okay? I really know I was wrong. I apologize to you and I promise not to bring anyone else home again. Liu, are you YN? Where is the look of a high-ranking female president now? There were tears in her beautiful eyes and her forehead was bruised and bloody. I looked at Liu, are you YN's broken forehead and sighed. Go to the hospital quickly, otherwise you will leave a scar. You are you Y and grabbed my sleeve, Dajibo. I want you to take me there. I was stunned. And Liu are you Y and came forward and hugged me, Dajibo. You said you would never leave me, remember? We said that we would always be with each other. My whole body was stiff. Qin Zhaoyu was standing not far from me. He suddenly forced a smile at me. Uncle Daji, I'm fine. You accompany him to the hospital. After he finished speaking, he turned his back and waved to me. He had a very neat and chic back. I don't know why, but I always felt that Qin Xiaoyu was unhappy, even though he was smiling at me. I pushed Liu Yuan away. Sorry, my wife is injured and I have to take her to the hospital. Also, I once promised to accompany you, and I also said, unless you don't want me anymore. Liu Yuan, you didn't want me first. Liu Yuan still wanted to hug me, so I quickly walked to Qin Xiaoyu and took his hand. Only then did I see that he looked lost and his eyes were wet. When he saw me, he buried his head in my arms. Uncle Daji, what are you doing? I just don't want you to see. Qin Xiaoyu said, and cried a grieved lie. Qin Xiaoyu, are you stupid? How could I leave my wife and care about a stranger? Liu Yuan's face turned pale because of what I said. Uncle Daji, even if I make your company bankrupt, you don't mind? Liu Yuan, this company is evil. I have already withdrawn with the dividends. Besides, threatening others with material things will not last long. After that, he took Qin Xiaoyu past Liu Yuan and got into the car. After getting in the car, Qin Xiaoyu was moved. Uncle Daji, I think I like you a little bit. I pretended to be serious. Qin Xiaoyu, did you like it a little too fast? No. I paid attention to you in high school, got to know you in college, and liked you after graduation. It's not too fast, right? Qin Xiaoyu said innocently. I slammed on the brakes. What did you say? Uncle Daji, I said I liked you a long time ago. I just wanted to see when you would wake up after being blinded by grief. Qin Xiaoyu said inside. Fortunately, the wait was not too long. My heart began to beat passionately because of Qin Zhou's words. It turned out that I was worthy of being loved for a long time and passionately. After seeing all my miserable appearances, he still liked me. I wanted to take Qin Xiaoyu to the hospital for a full body checkup, but he insisted that he was fine and wanted to go home. Unexpectedly, he came to my room right after I took a shower. His eyes were tense and hot. Daji, you have to spend your wedding night after you get married. This is the rule. Do you understand? The night went smoothly. We slept until the afternoon until we were woken up by the evil phone call. Uncle G, it's bad. Liu Yuan openly said that whoever cooperates with us will be his enemy. The cooperation we talked about before has collapsed. Tucha, don't worry first. I asked Assistant Huang to talk to the director. As long as the acquisition can be achieved, the company can still survive for a while. I will find a way to attract investment. Director? Yes. The director was harmed by Yuan. He is not afraid of him at all. Two cobblers together can do more. Dajibo, remember, don't compromise with Liu Yuan. Now that I have made my money back, at worst we can change places and start over. I can't stand him for a long time. Sooner or later, someone will deal with him. Qin Xiaoyu laughed at the side. Dajibo, you are still with that girl? You didn't make it real, did you? Yes, come to my house for dinner when you are free. I hung up the phone and turned to ask Qin Xiaoyu, what are you laughing at? Qin Xiaoyu stopped laughing. Nothing. I just think such a Siki is right. Liu Yuan is too arrogant after all. There are people who are better than you, and there are heavens beyond heaven. I soon realized what Qin Xiaoyu said. In less than a day, Sachi received investment from the Qin family, a chaebol in Beijing. He called me 5 times to confirm whether the contract was fake. I checked and confirmed that it is true. I heard that this family was Liu or Yu Yan's original investor. I don't know what happened. Did they break up? After this incident, I heard that Liu Yan was very angry. He was in a meeting thinking about how to destroy my company so as to force me to surrender. The moment he knew the news, he was so angry that he smashed the entire office and shot a bunch of people, saying that the investigation work was not done well. After this incident, Liu Yan's company was besieged, and he was very busy. He disappeared from my site for almost 2 months. When I saw Liu Yan again, she was pale and looked very weak. She looked at me crying, "Uncle G, I really know I was wrong. Can you forgive me? Let's go abroad. I don't care about the past. Let's start over." I took a step back, "Mister. You please respect yourself. My wife is still at home." Qin Xiaoyu, wearing a suspender skirt and eating melon seeds, walked in slowly. "Dajibo, a guest is coming. Let him come in and sit down." I smiled and replied, "No, wife, he will leave soon." Yan suddenly got angry. "Uncle Daji, how can I be inferior to this waiter? Even if my company goes bankrupt, I'm better than this orphan by 100 or 1,000 times." I frowned. "Liu Yan, please be more respectful." Qin Xiaoyu opened her mouth in surprise. "Husband who said I was an orphan?" Yan snorted coldly. "When I was in high school, I relied on cheating food and drink at the homes of distant relatives and was finally kicked out of the house." Qin Xiaoyu looked regretful. "Tsk. You are so good at writing. It's a pity that you don't write novels." "Mr. Liu, the company is gone. You can consider making a living with writing." "Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. I'm afraid that writers will feel insulted." Liu Yan was so angry that she wanted to hit Xiaoyu, but I stopped her. Pushing me away, she said coldly, "Liu Yan, please get out. If you touch my wife again, I will be rude to you." Yan looked at me with tears in her eyes and saw that I was heartbroken. Her voice trembled. "Uncle Daji, you push me for this woman? If I don't protect my wife and children, do I protect you, an outsider? Hurry up and leave." Liu Yan's face turned pale and she couldn't believe it. "What did you say? She is pregnant?" I looked at Qin Xiaoyu and gently touched her belly. "Wife, I will go in with you. It's windy here." Liu Yan wanted to go crazy, but suddenly more than 10 bodyguards came to the door, all holding some luxurious supplement. "Liu Yan, I were dumbfounded." The bodyguard came in and bowed to Qin Xiaoyu neatly. "Miss, these are the supplements that the master gave you." Liu Yan was shocked. "Miss?" He hurried forward to look at the logo on the supplements and hurriedly said, "This is the unique logo of the Qin family, the top chaebol in Beijing. Impossible, you can't be." Qin Xiaoyu waved lazily and asked the bodyguard to put the things down. "What's impossible? Haven't you seen other people experience life?" "Mom, you are just a small company in Fengshan and you dare to be so arrogant. This is the first time I have seen it. I really want to thank you. Daji Bo is such a good man. You are willing to let go. Are you willing to, if you want to catch vases and rotten people, just keep catching them? We bless and respect your death." Yan was so angry that she trembled all over, was in a trance, and shouted, "Impossible. Uncle Daji, don't forget, it's you who let me down. It's your family that destroyed my family. You can't do this to me." I looked at Liu Yan seriously. "Liu Yan, maybe you have forgotten that you once said to me, 'We are all victims.' But later you have always built your pain on my pain. Remember, I don't owe you anything." Liu Yan wanted to rush over like crazy, but was caught and dragged out by the bodyguard. After everyone left, I calmed down and looked at Qin Xiaoyu in a serious manner. "Qin Xiaoyu, are you the eldest daughter of the Qin family in Beijing?" Qin Xiaoyu said cautiously, "Don't be angry. I wanted to tell you a long time ago, but you misunderstood me as an orphan, and you looked so cute when you felt sorry for me. As she spoke, her voice became smaller and smaller, and she carefully observed my expression. I sighed. I'm not angry, and I don't blame you, but I still feel sorry for your past. I didn't expect it. Qin Xiao, you kissed me happily. That's great. I'm glad that my husband is not angry. So it was you who helped our company? Of course, you have to give a dowry when you get married, right? This dowry is a bit big. It's okay. Then did you also banquet Liu, are you Yuan's company? It's not me, it's my dad. He invested in Liu, are you why? And because he was attracted by her ruthlessness. Who knew that she colluded with other companies and sold out my company's information? And because of me, my dad hooked his little finger. I see. Qin Xiaoyu, then you said that you liked me a long time ago. Is that true? Really, husband, I will spend my whole life answering this question. 3 months later, Qin Xiaoyu wore a high-end wedding dress with a slightly bulging belly, and I led her into the wedding hall hand in hand. In the most luxurious hotel in Beijing, Liu Yui and watched the live broadcast across the screen, and the wing glass in her hand fell to the ground with a snap. In the picture, I lowered my head and kissed Qinzhiwo's lips. The background was the key to the Golden School District house given to his grandson by the old man of the King family, the title deed of the overseas winery, and the rose petals covering the entire stage. At this time, Liu Yuan, after the company went bankrupt, relied on selling jewelry to make a living. The movie emperor and CEO who once pursued her were nowhere to be seen. She squatted at the door of the rental house, watching the wedding news of Qin Xiaoyu and me on her mobile phone, and suddenly remembered the afternoon when she handed me water at the basketball court in high school. The sun was very warm at that time, and she smiled at me with a popsicle in her mouth, saying that she would be my bride in the future. Unfortunately, time flies, and some people lose their original intentions on the road of pursuing desires. And I finally saw the sincerity in Qinzhiwo's eyes that was brighter than the stars. After the wedding, I hugged Qin Xiaoyu and walked into the wedding room. She nestled in my arms and chuckled. In fact, I had bribed Liu Yui and Striver a long time ago. The brake climb that crashed that day was tampered by me. I pinched her nose, little rascal. She raised her head and kissed the corner of my lips. I can't help it. Who asked her to bully my husband, the son-in-law of the King family? I am the only one who can bully him. Outside the window, dusk fell and neon lights came on. This city that once scarred me has finally become a warm home because of the appearance of a person. And all the past pains will turn into dust and disappear in the courage to love and be loved.